talked about last night, just maybe feeling like it was a little bit like the start of the season, just in terms of having that character win. Did you feel the same, a little bit of the same today?
Yeah. Our team has changed, quite a bit. When you take out, the main four guys, there's their big minutes guys. You take out Street and Walter, and you take out McCarthy and Brody. Like, you take out some key parts that have been around here, and we're part of that. Now you're filling it in with the Matchuk and, McKenzie and different guys are getting a lot of minutes that didn't get minutes before. So, but still the leadership core, I thought, did a good job. Langer and Callahan and, Kalanos and Pascula, they did a good job. Like, they kept things intact for us. Those are the calming voices behind the walls that do a good job, and the guys battled hard.
You've mentioned earlier in the week as well that Barry Bruss just needed the minutes to sort of find that rhythm. That certainly came to fruition today. What did you think of Bruss' performance in there?
It was good again. It's always interesting, to say the least. Barry is an interesting cat, but, he finds a way to get it done. You have your faults with Barry every now and then, but he's one of those guys, it's odd to say, like, you could never question his compete level for a goalie. Like, you couldn't question that. The kid competes really hard to either make a save, to get to a puck, to find a different way to get to a puck that he's never gotten that way before. Like, he competes, and I'm proud of him for that. I give him high marks.
Do you as a coach, you mentioned interesting cat, do you ever find yourself motivated to grab a bottle of Pepto-Bismol and give it a chug there when you're watching him stray out of the crease a little bit?
No, I mean, it's just an interesting thing because obviously, at this level, like, the one thing you don't want to do is take the stick out of a guy's hand. These guys are developing into NHL players, and whether you're a goalie or whether you're a D or a forward, like, you don't want to overcoach players, or you don't want to make sure that they're robotic in everything they do. You got to give them some freedom to make decisions. We're a stringent team defensively, but not offensively. Like, we give our guys freedom to make reads and plays, and Barry's no different, So with us as a group of coaches back there, it's just a lot of patience, a lot of every now and then, like, what did he just do? But at the same time, that's Barry, and that's who he is, and that's how he likes to paint the picture. And, we trust him, and at the same time, we try and give him some guidance and some restrictions every now and then. But in general, we're happy to have Barry.
With it being a little bit of an earlier start today, do you think that was one of the reasons where there wasn't much goal scoring in this game?
No, I would just say that, I can't speak from their behalf. I can speak from ours. I just, again, we've been here now for 4 home games, and I wouldn't say as a team, or certainly probably with our fans and people that watch us a lot, I don't think we are dominant in any one of these 4 games. I think we lead the American League in wins at home. But I would say that, these 4 games that we won, 3 out of the 4 here at home in this stint were won through some character and through some system discipline and through a lot of things that you preach as a coach. But it certainly wasn't our best performance at home, like, to say the least. Obviously, I felt they had the better hand again today. We rope-a-doped at times, and we had to rope-a-dope and played on the walls and played hard. And, we hung in there, but it wasn't one of our better performances. I don't think the start time had anything to do with it as much as I would say just the general fatigue of our team.
In the shootout, you had some obvious choices, then from a fan's perspective, maybe some less obvious ones, but Carter made you look real good. Talk about just your decision, picking your guys, and what you liked about the guys who shot today.
Well, we didn't want to switch too many things up. Obviously, we had to see the first time when we wanted to go first again and be an aggressive posture. We wanted to see what this young man on the other end was going to give us. Obviously, he played really well all the game. Like, who could fault that guy? So, we just sat back and then we decided who we were going to go. But obviously, once we got through the first 3, then it started to change. We're a fan, a beat writer, or even I think our players were wondering who was next. I mean, we've had some success this year with Carter Banks to get us a win. We've had some success with Rudsiger. So we've had some success with these guys, and we felt that, as they chose one of their D-men to go down and score, like, sometimes you don't feel the pressure. Like, it's like they're more loose at that particular time. But we pretty much knew that Banks and Rootsiger would go down the stretch. We weren't sure where Pauly was at in that whole mix. Yesterday we went with Sly. We didn't go with Pauly. And today we just mixed it up there on that situation. But it's something that we were probably more concentrating on, just being aggressive today and getting out first again.
It's a pretty sweet move by Banks. I mean, did you know he had hands to that degree? I mean,
you know, he does. Like, oddly enough, I go back to my year when I was with Jim Playfair here. You have to remember, Carter Banks was our leading scorer up until like mid-December. Like, he had like almost 20 points out of all the rookies that were here that year. He was kind of the catalyst of that group, and you know, so Carter has his moments, and shootouts is one of them. Like, you see some magic in there, and you see that magic, and then you're troubled, like, why he's only had a few other goals. But we do count on him in those situations, and he's been able to come through over the last 3 years.
You dressed 7D today. What's the injury situation at forward? Is House hurt as well now? Or?
No, that was just a staff decision. We felt that, you know, we've got Matzik and obviously McKenzie are going through the growing pains there right now, and we just felt that, you know, if the things got out of hand, we liked, you know, we certainly liked McKelvey's toughness. We like what he brings to the table, and then if we got D in the box and you get the wrong D in the box, like Pascoula or that, then we had the luxury of putting McKelvey out there as a penalty killer. And I just wanted to be a little bit bigger, and I wanted to put somebody in that was, I thought, that was fresh and was hungry. It had nothing to do with Ryan House's play. He's one of the young men that's went through a troubled week with his dad's sister passing away. So it was a lot on that young man mentally, and I thought he fought it really hard, and obviously he was very supportive of the things that he had to do, leaving the city and coming back and playing, and I just felt that was kind of catching up to him, and we just wanted to be a little bit bigger and a little bit more aggressive.
Last question, guys. Great, thanks.
Thank you.